Welcome to Spirit Corps. I'm Leslie. We hope this story, inspired by our one-act play, Buddha Walks, can remind us to open our hearts, no matter how difficult, to those in need. And we'd love for you to share a time when you were able to really put yourself into the shoes of another, or wished you had. Together we grow. When a young prince of India left his kingdom to find a cure for life's suffering, the journey led him to right conduct, acting with compassion. His teachings reminded Marwan of a childhood moment when he first understood what that meant, waist deep in the middle of a sewer.
There is a wise saying I remember hearing growing up. It goes like this: God could give you a gift, but you might find it in the trash can. Little did I know where my gift would come from. A lesson in compassion. It wasn't in a trash can. I found it in a place way worse. I must have been 6 or 7, maybe even younger, growing up in the center of a bustling city, Accra, the capital of Ghana, where I was born. The days were vibrant and the streets were exciting. It was interesting and never a dull moment at home or in the neighborhood. Life was simple, full of routine, until that day when I was confronted with something that would change my life forever. Growing up then, open drainages and sewers were a common sight in Accra. Filth would collect in these choked cesspools, creating an eyesore and a stench. And every now and then, we the locals in the neighborhood would organize our own communal cleanup activities to get rid of the dirt and the terrible smell coming from these open drains. I would hate myself for days if I had to get close to those ditches. It was to be avoided at all costs. It was even unbearable at times. But this is where my story takes place. One day on our way home from playing football, or soccer as it's called here in America, my friends and I noticed something quite unusual. Did I just see someone sitting waist deep in the open drain? I could not believe my eyes. The thought, let alone the sight of someone just sitting in that sewer, was unimaginable. But there she was, tucked right in the corner of the drain close to our house. I immediately knew something was wrong. She must be mad and out of her mind to sit there, I thought to myself. It was so disturbing and shocking all at the same time. People walked by looking both confused and disgusted, not knowing what to do, until my mother saw her too. "She's a mental patient," my mother declared, "and we have to help her." Oh, wait, did she mean getting there with her? Now, that was impossible. When my mother found out that we knew the woman had been hiding there for more than a few days and did nothing about it, she was furious. And understandably so. We were in a position to help, and we did nothing. The feeling of guilt quickly spread amongst us, and I was no exception. The light bulb suddenly switched on. What if I was in a situation and needed help too? What if we were all she had and did nothing? We had to move with speed, and we did. I remember how she bit and fought us off at first. It wasn't easy. But after many, many tries, we managed to get her out and get her clean. She got fed and she got clean clothes too. We even managed to comb her hair. Slowly, that wild look she had disappeared. She began to act much calmer, and we kept a close watch on her. Until one morning, just like that wild look in her eye, she too disappeared. The sky was much brighter that day. Or so it felt. I had a sense of joy and relief. I knew we had done the right thing, and all my friends involved in this story have probably forgotten it a long time ago, but I never did. Something beautiful blossomed for me from that experience, which began in the filthiest of places. It opened my eyes and heart at that early age, and I began to see the world differently. The lesson of compassion that I learned, I try to practice in all aspects of my life. Even 40 years later, I learned that the gift of giving knows no boundaries. And today, I share my experience with students and people in prison, where stories of compassion go a long way in reshaping lives. Opening my heart like this feeds my spirit and has become the motivation for all that I do. Thank you for listening. My name is Marwan, and this is my story of compassion for Spirit Core. Together, we grow.